my name is Sydney, and I go to Century Middle School. I'm in 8th grade, and for my 8th grade project, we had to do something that would reflect on our IB learner profiles and help the community at the same time. I chose to do something that would also help the community, but also help myself, so I could learn things and have information about arts and education. I think arts integration is important in a student's learning because it gives chance to do what they love, think outside the box, be a risk taker, and have more self-confidence. And they get to do what they love at the same time as learning, so wouldn't that make them a better learner? I actually interviewed Brooklyn, which is a 3rd grader at Studio School, and she said that there were no bullies there, and maybe more schools should be like this, because maybe that's, because where I go, there's a lot of bullying, and maybe if we had more passions and more things that people love to do, maybe we wouldn't have so many people that want to bully each other, and maybe it'd be a happier and better environment for learning. So I think it's going to make a difference, because why wouldn't you want your child to do something that they could grow up doing for the rest of their lives and also learn all the basic material like math, language arts, social studies, and science at the same time? And I think that'd make a difference, and it also benefit education. I consider going to Studio School life changing, and it helped my grades, and I'm now a better test taker because of it. I feel like if I reflect back when I was in 5th grade, I've become more passionate and thoughtful about my grades and more of an independent thinker than a follower.
Hi, my name is Charlotte Kazar, and I am the proud principal of the Studio School. The Studio School is an arts integration K-5 magnet school in Adams 12. Our tagline is where creative minds develop critical thinking. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to ask you some questions. How long have you taught at the Studio School, or principal?
I have been a principal at the Studio School for 5 years.
What's your arts background?
My arts background is that I taught dance now for over 20 years.
Yep.
A number of different genres, from tap, ballet, hip-hop, cheerleading and pom, Irish step dancing, jazz, lyrical, modern dance.
What was your degree in?
My degree was, my master's in sociology, my minor was in reading for children, and I had a teaching certification for K through 6th grade.
Does the integration of art increase student engagement?
My opinion is that it increases student engagement by far. Students seemed just so much more involved in their learning when arts integration is used to connect the art and the content. And I truly believe that the content sticks with the students for a longer period of time.
How do you measure engagement?
It's a very good question. How we measure engagement is through a variety of ways. So sometimes we look at the qualitative data, and sometimes we look at the quantitative data. So, because it's interesting, you may think that a student appears to be disengaged, but when you ask them questions at a later point, they truly know everything that was being reinforced or taught in the classroom. We look at how they respond through their assignments, through their art projects, through them critically responding to their performances, and how that goes.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Mr. Jonathan. I'm the performing arts teacher at the Studio School, which is a public arts magnet school in Adams 12 School District in North Glen, Colorado.
I'm going to give him a survey about arts and education and ask him what he thinks of it and why it's important.
And who are you again?
My name's Sydney Doan.
Hey, so this is an
Okay.
interview with Sydney Doan. I just wanted to bookmark that one.
The Sydney, no, I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
the Sydney Doan.
How long have you taught at the Studio School?
I've taught here at the Studio School since it began 8 years ago. This is my 8th year here, and the school opened in 2007, I believe, or 2008. Yeah, 2008. It was right before the economic crisis in 2008, and been here from the beginning.
Gosh, you're old. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. What's your degree in?
I studied theater in college. I was also in a magnet performing arts program during high school. So I went to a school called Kappa, which was inside of Capitol High School in Santa Fe, New Mexico for high school, and then in college I studied theater at the Colorado College, and I also spent a while at NYU in the CAP 21 program, which is the Collaborative Arts 21 program. It's one of the top musical theater schools in the country.
That's crazy.
That's
Wow.
what I did.
Does the integration of art increase the student engagement?
The integration of art. Unequivocally, yes. That is a big yes on arts integration. As far as student engagement is concerned, the way that it works is that if students are learning things in isolation, like just learning how to do rote math problems, or learning history, or learning how to read, or learning how to write, it can be really arduous. It can be a very difficult task because, as we all know, education is time consuming. It's something that often has to be, and is these days, delivered in a group setting, so that can also be really challenging, all those group dynamics. And the main thing that I want to say about arts integration is that by tying the different subject areas together through the arts and really studying things in a thematic way, what we're getting is a whole picture perspective. And thus at the studio school we really focus on educating the whole child. We really think about like hands, head, and heart, and all of that coming through the body, and making sure that we're really looking at things from a full system perspective, because arts integration is about integrating the various different subject areas through various art forms like performing arts, like theater, dance, music, ceramics, visual art, instrumental music. And as artists at the studio school, we really work with the classroom teachers to make sure that these thematic units are structured in such a way that students can be highly engaged and excited about what they're learning. So yes, it totally improves student engagement.
So I did this project because studio school is not just the school I went to, but for that year that I went there in 5th grade, they became my family all in an instant, and I love that. And I really just want to give back to them because they gave me such a good education that I feel like every child should have that, and I feel like studio school should be able to provide that to everyone that could afford it. So I hope that you like this, and this is why I made this website, and I have a fundraiser that fundraises to the studio school and helps it. So please check it out. If you don't like it, then at least think about it. And if you do, well, please go on the fundraiser and donate, please. Thank you so much. Have a good one.